What is going on, everybody? We are back with another review. And this time we're reviewing season 1, episode 5 of The Terror. This episode was called First Shot a Winner, lads. Um, what can I say? Uh, the episode was released April 16th, 2018. Oh, I'm at the wrong section. Let's get back up here. Okay. It was directed by Sergio Mimicagazan, written by Josh Parkinson, and released April 16th, 2018. Um, so the surgeon is working on making a dictionary with the words of Lady Silence's culture, and isn't having his goal is to try and find out more about the creature itself. Um, Crozier, he's the first in command now, the captain, is becoming an angry drunk because the liquor is starting to run out. Um, he sends his first lieutenant guy over to basically steal bottles of whiskey from the private stores of the Erebus. And while they're over there, that ship's captain basically tells them, "Hey, we're sending the native girl back over to the Terror. We're getting her off this ship. People are uncomfortable with her being here, so they take her over there." Um, one of the guys does tell the guy that he, the main captain, Crozier, is asking for them to take more liquor, and was giving him a heads up because the guy had asked him to let them know if it happens. So, moving a little bit forward, they bring the lady over to the Terror, and the doctor goes with them. And Crozier wants to have a meeting with her and him. But in the process of walking back, one of the guys that was on the party that was walking back and forth dies. Heart just stops. Um, a couple of the guys are tasked with wrapping him up, taking him down into the hold to put him into the hold where they're keeping all the dead bodies for this trip. And when they get down there, or as they're going down, one of the guys refuses to go down the ladder because he feels like he hears them talking, like he can actually hear them talking. And another guy is like, instead of getting lashed next time, I'll have you put inside the room with them in the dark. God doesn't create ghosts. You're not hearing them talk. And the guy is like, yeah, no, I'm not going. So then the guy that got whipped in the butt um, takes over for carrying the body down the ladder and lets the other guy just hold the lantern so that they can see. So we also find out that guy stole the ring from the first dead body that the guy wanted to give to his sister or family, and he gave the ring to the guy that he was sleeping with. That he then later pooped in his bed, which I'm a little mad this hasn't come up ever. I don't know. That's a little weird to me. Like, they did the poop in the bed thing and then nothing. So then Crozier holds the meeting with the doctor and Lady Silence, and he's asking her questions about the monster, what it is, and she calls it the Tumbak, and basically the captain, Crozier, is trying to figure out how to kill it. And she says, "You know what you have to do," and we don't know what he has to do because I'm at a complete loss currently. Um, so uh, he gets angry and banishes her off the boat, and he's like, don't let her back on unless uh, she's begging for it. And everybody steps up to the captain like, no, dude, that's out of line. Like, we're not going to send her out to die. And then the other captain comes in the process of it and confronts Crozier about the alcohol. They get into an argument. Crozier punches him, which I've been waiting for, by the way, because they have not gotten along at all. The rest of everybody grabs Crozier and basically throws him into a chair and like, look, dude, you're out of line, captain or not. And as they go to leave, as this happens, he commands one of the guys to go up and just stare at the ice because he's considered the ice master. And he says, come back in an hour with a report. And he says, aye, aye, captain. And he heads up to the top. As he goes up, he's standing up there, and the bear creature is in the tent that's on the boat where the guys are like camped out that are watching the top, above board. And he had apparently killed one of them, one of the guys in there, and the other guys were pointing with their guns at it. And it turns into this basically like chase scene between the ice captain that just got sent up top and the bear chasing him, and they're like running up ropes and masts and stuff. I say that like it's quick. It's not. It's very slow and methodical. And eventually they chase him up to the crow's nest and out onto the mast from the crow's nest. And he finally is able to light a fire on one of the lanterns and toss it onto the bear, which lights the bear on fire. Now, during all this commotion, something falls on top of the way to get out, and they have to basically cut open a secondary entrance that they had just previously sealed to get their crew out. And when they get out, they set up the cannon, and they see the bear-like thing lit on fire. And that's where the guy on the mast, who had, by the way, gotten like scratching the leg. I forgot to turn off the stupid timer. I apologize. It's probably been distracting as hell. But he actually says, as he lights the bear on fire, he says, "First shot a winner, lads," which is what the name of the title is. And all of a sudden, the guy in the cannon shoots, hits the tombak. The tombak falls with the guy that's up there, but he had a rope tied around his leg, so he's dangling. And the new captain goes up, gets him down, or the first in command, Crozier, goes up, gets him down. They take him down, and they have to saw off his leg at the wound. So he gets everybody a shot. They share the shot between the entire crew. And then Crozier calls a meeting after that's done with everybody else that's kind of in the commanding tier of both boats. And he tells them, and I was confused at first what he was talking about. He said, "I'm going to be sick for a while." He said, could be a week, could be 2 weeks, could be a couple months, but I'm going to be sick, and I'm going to need your help. He's like, I'm going to need you to basically be the overall captain of everybody. And he's like, and what I need you guys to do, I'm gonna want to go back on what I'm doing, and I need you to stand up to me and make sure that I don't. And he hands his gun to one of the other guys, and he says, "Do not give this to me until I'm standing on the deck of the ship in a full captain's uniform." And the guy agrees, and basically you find out he's about to stop drinking, which he needs to. He's needed to. Like, you're in charge. You cannot be drunk the entire time. Your people need you. And he's finally taking the step forward to do that. And that excites me, because that shows growth for him as a character. Because I have not... Like, I was rooting for this guy in the beginning because, like, he was just caught in a shitty situation where he was trying to marry a woman that he loves, and the family doesn't want them to get married. But then he's devolved into this, like, severe alcoholic who's drunk pretty much all the whiskey between both boats. And it's just become this raging alcoholic. So, again, love him moving forward as a human. He's gonna die soon, but I love that about him. But yeah, and that's pretty much the gist of it. That's how it ends. He walks into his room. Then the doctor opens up one of the cans of tomato juice and has the monkey eat some of it. And I think it's going to end up killing the monkey or giving the monkey. I think he's finding out that whatever this tomato juice is has the chemical in it that's causing the line on the teeth which I googled it on my phone, and it's bismuth encephalopathy, um, and it's from chronic use of bismuth. It's like a toxic thing. So I'm excited to see it. So we'll see how that goes. Um, but yeah, I'm so excited to see where this. By the way, where the show's going now. Like the Bears finally getting involved with the people. There's things are finally kicking off, and I feel like this was the first episode that dips under 1 million viewers, and I am now curious as to how they lost so many viewers at this point. Like how they went from 3 million to now they're under 1 million. Because I actually think I'm actually starting to really get into this. It's an extremely slow burn for a show, though, so I guess I can understand that aspect of it. But up to this point, I don't even know necessarily where it's going to go. Um, and yeah. Oh yeah, Lady Silence, by the way, got away during all the commotion with the bear thing. So there's that. She escaped. So we don't know what that's going to happen. I was reading through the paragraph to make sure that I didn't forget anything in the synopsis. And it looks like I pretty much covered all of it. So yeah, we're going to continue on. Obviously, we're not going to not finish the show. But I'm excited to see where the rest of the story goes. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me. We'll see you next time. Peace.